Hey, welcome or welcome back to 4F Beauty. When will I be YouTube famous? I don't know. What I do know is that whilst I may only have, by comparison with some beauty channels, a very small following of just over 300 people, I love every single one of you. You are part of my 4F family now. And I actually got a message from one of you beautiful people, from a lady called Kay, who lives in Switzerland. And she said she had bought this particular item for herself, but couldn't get on with it. And asked if I would like them, because this goes perfectly with this that I'd already bought. So, if you want to see exactly what it is that Kay sent me, you are in just the right place. Here it comes. By the way, Kay, thank you so much. So much. My first piece of subscriber mail. Okay, here comes the tutorial. Hey, welcome back from the intro. Sorry, I love these Bardo tops because they leave your shoulders free, but I'm constantly fidgeting trying to get them to be the same height, both. Whatever. Right, I will have shown you this in the intro, but I need to show you this first. Right, now, regular viewers will know I bought this Hasina 2 palette from Blush Tribe a while ago, and it has got my three favourite colours in it of purple, blue and green, which is why I bought it. Now, the woman that runs Blush Tribe, her sister has a company called Certifeye, and they did a set of matching glitters, which I was super tempted by. But to be perfectly honest, where I'm disabled and I'm not working, my income is very restricted. A lot of stuff that you see me use, particularly the high-end bits, I've either bought second-hand from a mate who didn't like them, or I've picked them up from Depop, or I've waited for a sale, or they've been gifted to me by birthdays, Christmas, etc. So, I got a message from one of my subscribers called Kay, who said she'd bought the glitters, but she couldn't get on with putting glitter on her face. Would I like them? I was absolutely stunned and amazed and shocked and so thankful that she thought of me. And bless her heart, she sent them to me. Now, I didn't realise at the time she's not actually in the UK, so she sent me these all the way from Switzerland and didn't ask me for a penny for them. Look how well they match, look. How stunning is that? So, Kay, thank you so very much. I would never have been able to afford to get these. And they, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. It really does. I never expected anything like this at all. And just as well, I haven't put any makeup on yet. Right, okay, talking of putting makeup on, I have, oh dear Lord, I have washed, I have moisturised, I have SPF'd, and I have primed my skin using my usual facial antiperspirant. Underneath this, I've also, because my pores were looking a little bit blurred today, underneath the antiperspirant one, I actually used some of this L'Oreal Infallible Pore Filling one just around my nose and on my Mariette lines there. I've found that if you're going to use a separate primer, like a pore filler or something, use it underneath this, because if you try and put it on top of this, you'll get pilling and balling. So there's that. Now, obviously, when I'm using glitters, I do end up with fallout, so I haven't done my foundation yet. So let's grab a concealer. Which concealer do I want to use today? Let's give this Revolution Conceal and Define in 0.5 a go. Let's get you zoomed in. There we go. Right, I'm just going to pop a bit of this on here. And I use my damp beauty blender. Well, it's not a beauty blender, it's a blending egg from Beauty Bakery. Let's get that blended out across the eye. I don't tend to use an eyeshadow base because you can see how much of a difference this makes in terms of the colour of my skin. Because I've got deep set eyes, I do have quite dark eyelids and also, you know, dark under eyes as well, because all the blood vessels and everything are so close to the top of the skin. So I find that, and if I don't use, I mean, I have used primers. I just find that they don't give me any longer in terms of keeping eyeshadows on than just concealer does, and the concealer gives me a brighter base to work from, so I get more true to life colours. I don't have to work so hard to build the pigment up so that it actually is as bright as I want. If you've got super dry or super oily eyelids, you might find that using a primer is better for you. I've just set that with my Coty Air Spun in translucent extra coverage, which I love, even though it does go every blooming where. Right, I have had comments about, do you have to use expensive brushes, because obviously I've been using my Spectrum ones, really so that you knew exactly what shape I was using. But I actually picked up some from Coastal Scents, which helpfully they've just put a number on. But I saved a bit of the packaging, and this one is the Classic Blender Natural. And this was super cheap in comparison. So I have got my colour switch here for tapping off into, and for changing the colour on my brush. And let's put some blush tribe colours on first, and then obviously I will use the glitters for my lid. I did a purple one the other day. Let me just flash it up on screen while I have a look at these colours and decide which ones I want to use. Yeah, I did this purple one the other day where I used Iris and Ree and Mohan, and then use one of the purple glitters. So I want to do something a little bit different today. Hello, I'm back. I think I want to use one of the blues today. So I'm going to start off with Annika, which is the only blue matte actually in the palette. And as always, I start from the outside edge and I start off with windscreen wipers backwards and forwards. Now, when I look straight ahead, you can see that line of blue that I've just put down, and you can see all of my mobile lid, which means that I don't have hooded eyes. Now, if you don't see that, and if you don't see that, you have either a full or a half hooded eye, you can still follow my tutorial, get a smaller brush like this, and with your eye open, just pop a line down to show where you need your crease to start from. Now obviously that is going to reduce the amount of space between your crease and your brow, so try raising your eyebrows when you're applying it, and if you're still finding you're very, very restricted, then perhaps start off with a slightly more tapered version of this. Still fluffy, so still loose bristles, but perhaps something that's not quite as wide here, just that it controls how far it disperses on your eye initially. Right, picking up a little bit more of Annika. Now, because I'm 44 and because I've lost a lot of weight in the last few years, my eyelids move and bend. You'll notice it mostly on this one. You can see here I've got lots and lots of overlapping bits here of skin. This is the eye that I'm blind in. This was pulled around a lot when I was a kid, like, and I'm talking like 5, 6, 7 years old. And you can see, in order for me to, you can see just how much that lid moves. So you can end up with stripes, like tiger stripes, which is a dead giveaway of your age, which none of us want. So I'm going to do a little twirly-whirly helicopter or sycamore leaf movement. Now I hold the brush right at the end, so I put as little pressure on my eye as possible. Start from the outside edge again, and do little small circles, moving very gently towards the nose. When I get to this point, I lift the brush up slightly and I reverse the direction of the circle and come back out. And this is how I blend the colour up the eye, because it moves all your skin around as you're doing it and you're less likely to get stripes. Now I normally take it to about sort of 4 or 5 mils from the lowest part of my brow, because I do like to use a brow highlight. I do have to work extra hard on the outside edges here because I have some sort of diagonal lovely wrinkles that are starting here, so I do have to work a little bit harder just to make sure that it's not stripy, and that the pigment has actually laid down just there. Now once I've done my twirly whirlies, I then do very, very short windscreen wipers all the way across, up and down, just to absolutely make sure that I've not missed anywhere at all, and that it's completely blended out. I don't speed my blending up because I want you to see exactly how long it takes to do a look. And also because when I was learning, it used to really wind me up when I'd be watching a tutorial, and I don't know about you, but I always watch them on my phone, and they'd go, right, I'm going to do the other way off camera now, and you're like, huh, what? That means I've got to rewind this and then go back to and try and do it in a mirror image, and you sped up the blending and you cut a chunk out and you didn't do the, and I'm just, So I always said if I started a channel I would never do that. If, of course, you're in a rush, then there's a little widget down there somewhere where you can change the speed. I will, of course, sound a little bit like a chicken, but you know that could at least make you smile in the morning before you head out. Right, I'm now going to do exactly the same thing over on this eye. So, start off with my windscreen wipers backwards and forwards. For me, I'm just following the physical shape of my eyeball. Obviously, if you have hooded lids, then wherever your crease needs to be. Now, if I do this, can you see what I mean about the stripes that I'm getting here? Now, I actually do this to make sure that I don't have any stripes there. I don't advise you pull your eye around like that unless, like me, you've already got super crinkly eyes there, because pulling them around will give you super crinkly eyes. Right, back in again with me twirly whirlies. How's your day been so far? I hope it's been a good one. weather here doesn't quite know what it's doing. I thought we were finally heading into autumn or fall because you've got some lovely crisp mornings, you know, some needing to put a jacket on, you know. But then today it's gone back up to about 22 degrees, and well, apparently it's going to be 22 degrees later on this morning once we get to lunchtime-ish. But this morning when I woke up, it was, I mean, I was up at 4:45 with the husband because he was on an early today, and it was super foggy. I mean, we get that where I am anyway because we've got a river about, I don't know, about 400 or 500 yards behind the house. So we do get quite a bit of river mist this time of year, where we can be, blimey, it's foggy, and then you sort of walk up the hill and it's absolutely clear, so you're like, oh no, okay, it was river mist. But this morning it was definitely fog, because hubby messaged me when he got to work going, yeah, it was foggy all the way down here. And I love autumn or fall. I love seeing the leaves start to change colour on the trees, and you know, we were finally getting some colder weather. Hadn't quite caved yet and put the heating on. But yeah, and then today the forecast is that it's going to be sort of 22 degrees at lunchtime. I'm like, seriously, can you make your mind up? Are we still having an Indian summer or are we going into fall? I don't get this. Right, just going to clean the colour off of my brush using my colour switch. Still same with the same brush, so loose, lots of bristles, but you know, loosely packed. And I'm going to go in with Ree again because it's, although it's looks more green in the pan, it's one of these ones that's got blue in it as well, so it's kind of a hybrid. You can use it with either. And I'm going to start off doing exactly the same thing, running it through the crease there. But this time, when I pick up a little bit of extra, instead of going all the way up my eye, I'm just going to blend just above the crease, so it's about halfway up of what I've already put down. So I'm still going to use circular movements in, and I'm still going to reverse the direction to come back. I'm just not going to lift the brush up because I just want this second colour to give us a little bit of depth, but I still want to see that first blue that we put down. Again, still holding the brush right at the very end so that it has as little pressure as possible. You can see that blends out really nicely. I'm just going to take all the colour off the brush, and just where the two colours meet, I'm just going to gently buff across just to make sure they're totally blended together and we get a nice seamless transition between the two. I like that. So I shall go in with a little bit more Ree on this side and repeat what I've just done. Repeat, get it? Oh, sorry. My husband picked up from his dad really bad, like, Christmas cracker jokes, and it would appear, after being with him for so long, that I have picked up the Christmas cracker puns and jokes. Oh well. And then just make sure that it's totally blended just in the corner there. So you can see circles did actually cover quite a bit, but it did still need just a little bit of extra help. I do love this palette. And then buff gently where the two colours meet. I've actually ordered the full fusion one. When the pre-order started on the Friday, I think it went live something like 8 o'clock on Friday night. I didn't realise because I was having a nice evening with my hubby. And then, no, is it Thursday? Is it a Thursday night? Might have been Thursday night. Anyway, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, and pre-ordered it because I was not going to miss out on that. Okay, I'm going to put this one back down, and I'm going to go into. Actually, this is one I've just used. This is one I'm going to be going to be used. You can see it's still quite loosely packed, but it's a much more tapered, almost like a pencil brush. And this one again is a Coastal Scents. There's its number, and it's the Classic Blender Crease Natural. Whatever. Right. I think I'm going to go in with Mani, which is the green. I never really know what I'm going to do when I start these, as you know. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on the outer corner here. I don't like to go in with a plan unless it's a specific, like when I've had one of you request, for example, can you do me a green smoky look, or can you do me a pink look, or I like to just go in and see which colours call to me. I'm going to run through the crease like this, like before. I'm just going to put a little bit of it just on the inner corner here because I'm going to do a bit of a halo eye with the glitter. So I want to make sure I've got some colour on the inner part of the eye there. Sorry, I've gone very quiet, haven't I? It's because I'm concentrating. I do that. I've got my tongue stuck out as well, but you probably can't see that bit. And then this time when I'm blending, I'm just blending along the crease. I'm not blending up at all, I'm just diffusing the edges of what I've just popped down, because I still want to see all 3 colours. I like, it's good. So do the same this side, pop a little bit of, what colour am I using? Mani. On the outer edge here. Pick up a wee bit more, tap off, go through my crease. Sort out my tiger stripes. And just make sure I've got some depth of colour on the inner part there. Yes, I know I've left less space here than here, but the glitters are super densely coloured. They're not the ones where you've got a little bit of coloured glitter, but mainly the clear or just plain reflective stuff. So I know that it will be able to cover. If not, I would have put some more concealer down. And then just buff the edges out. I do love this palette, it blends so beautifully. I was torn between using this one and the actual Certified palette that I've got, because that would actually work with these as well, but because they were designed to be a pair to this palette, that was my throat grumbling, I apologise. Because it was designed to work with this palette, I'm going to use it with this palette. My white balance just gone really weird on my viewfinder. That's interesting. As you can see, I haven't been too worried about tapping off too well, because obviously I haven't done my base yet, so I know I can tidy up with a wet wipe or face wipe or whatever. I'm going to use this same tipped, tapered brush. And I'm going to go into Mohan, which is the deep purple. I'm just going to gently buff that right up underneath the bottom lash line. which I'm probably going to have to redo later because I'm going to put some concealer down there once I've done my foundation, but I just want to make sure the colour's going to work with the glitters, because if not I can take it off and put a green down, you see. I'm just going to flick a little bit across there for now. I like. Right. Now I'm going to use NYX glitter glue, and I'm actually going in, this is actually a nail art brush that I bought, size 10, so it's 10 mils. You can see it's super flat, super wide, which is exactly what we want. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit of the glitter glue out onto my Pokemon thing that I use, that I put my foundations on. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. And I'm going to pick up some of the glue on here. I'm just going to pat it on my lid where I'm going to put the glitters, or glitter I should say. And you can feel the kind of tack as you lift the brush back up. And then do the same this side. And just press that onto the lid. Where we're going to have the glitter. Now I don't take any residue off with this because I find it's more helpful for picking up the glitters. And I am going to go in with the glitter that matches the bluey green that I originally put down. So I'm going to take the little cork out at the top. Slide this into the neck of the bottle and just tip some glitter onto it. And then gently press this onto the lid where we put the glitter glue. Oh, a little bit of fallout on my cheek there. But then I always do get fallout when I'm using glitter. I don't think I've ever used glitter and not got a fallout, even pressed glitters. Transfer onto the upper lid there, never mind. Because I've got deep set eyes, you won't see that once my eyes are open anyway. See how pretty that is? It just gives you a real burst of shimmer and beautiful colour on the lid. Beautiful shine. It's absolutely brilliant for, you know, if you're going out for an evening. Really does give an oomph, you know, to your look. Especially if you teamed it with lashes. I'm not going to put lashes on today, mainly because I haven't done my tutorial yet on how to do lashes. But also because I want to see this pretty look. I don't want to hide it behind lashes. Dust away any glitter fallout, and before I spill it everywhere, put the cork back in the glitter. And I'm just going to pop that back into the set, and it was this one here that I used. So, how pretty does that look? I think I might change this under here for a green. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause you, I'm going to go off camera, and I'm going to do my foundation and everything, and I'll be back to finish the look off down here. Alright, don't go anywhere now. Hey, I'm back. As you can see, I decided I'm going to put a green under my eyes instead of a purple. So let's zoom you in. Going back in with the tapered crease brush, and I'm going to pick up Mahia. Just run that very gently along that bottom lash line, kind of smoking it out with itself. I know I normally go in with a second colour, but I like this one. I don't want to detract from the beautiful glitter. So, if you're wondering what the foundation is, it's actually Urban Decay All Nighter. Yes, I'm doing a wear time test on it, so it will probably be up in the next week or so. Obviously I'm going to get this up first as a thank you to Kay. Nice, nice, yeah. Definitely works better with the green. Right, highlight time. And I am going to go in with a Gerard Cosmetics in the shade Audrey. Now what I like about these, you get your mirror, but you have like a little plastic door so that you don't, if it comes out when you're travelling, it shouldn't get damaged. I love that idea. I really, really love that idea. So, we're going to pop a little bit of this in the corner. And a little bit under the brow. I might go back in and deepen my brows up in a minute actually. Just trying a new brow pencil out, I don't think I like it. But I just want to show you finishing off the eye look. So foundation wise, let's go big or go home. I'm not going to put a liner on with this because like I said I don't want to detract from the glitters. But I'm going my Benefit Bad Gal Bang. This is by far the largest or fluffiest or most emphasising mascara that I have. And you can see I brush the top bits down first and then wiggle it into the bottom of the lashes and gently blink through the brush. The reason I do the back of the lashes or the top of the lashes like this first is because you very often do end up with powder on them from your eyeshadows or your setting powder. Can anybody talk when they're doing their mascara, or is it just me that struggles? And then just a little bit on the bottom lashes. Lush. Right, I'm going to go and fiddle with my brows a bit more. Stick a bit of highlight on my cheeks, lob a lippy on, do something with my hair. I haven't decided what yet. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. As you can see, my hair's gone very 80s on me again, but I haven't put any texturising spray or hairspray on, so this is going to fall very, very soon. But there we go. I used the Tarte Lip Sculptor, which is a lipstick one end with a gloss the other. I just used the lipstick end in shade Kind on my lips. Setting spray that I used was Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day in Jasmine. So there you go. Thank you again, Kay. These are wonderful. I can't wait to use absolutely all of them, and I really hope that you personally enjoyed this video, seeing me use the gorgeous glitters that you sent me. Thank you so much. Right, I hope that Kay enjoyed this. I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could hit that like button for me, comment, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell, and when you hit the bell, don't forget to choose all notifications, not just some, and then you get told every time I upload another one of these videos. Talking another one of these videos, now you know you want to go and watch another one. You know you want to hear more of my dulcet tones. Alright, all that remains for me to say is you'll stay fabulous now, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.